Hey students, we are getting ready to create our collages, but before we create our collages, we want to create a nice consistent surface on our sketchbooks. And so what I want you to do is, hopefully you've come today prepared with some collage materials and you kind of have a color selection, but if you're kind of like me and you're like, okay, I'm just going to wing it. I just kind of picked out my favorite. I don't know. This year it's such a dumpster fire. I need to cool it off. So I got some phthalo green. This is like a big artist quality type of paint. If at any point you need some paint, if you let me know, email me. If you have the ability to come up to school, I will give it to you. I have some turquoise blue Calypso, craft paint. I also got a little bit of this white metallic. Well, it says metallic, but it's definitely just a white paint. For a long time, you have probably had to be kind of controlled about your art making. And I say, let's let control go a little bit. I don't have a huge amount of paint on here. I'm just doing just a teeny squirt. And if you see on here, you probably can't see. I don't know, that little white thing, I got to pull that tab off of there. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take that piece and I'm just going to wipe it on here. Yay me. Should have probably peeled the rest of that off, but I'm going to put a little squeeze here and a little squeeze here. The phthalo blues, the phthalo greens, they're actually translucent. I'm going to kind of roll with that. The white will actually make them not translucent. Oh, it is kind of pearlescent, which I'm not too upset about. So I've squeezed a little bit of paint on each of these. Now, at home, maybe you have a gift card, maybe you have a credit card. You can paint with that. And this could give you a moment to really kind of play with things. If you happen to have, maybe you have actual palette knives. If you want to paint on here with palette knives, you can. Last year, I created one that I did not paint over this edge, and I kind of liked it. But you can totally paint over that edge. My previous ones, I totally painted over that edge. I kind of like how those crazy stripes are coming through. I could drag my card across there. That actually looks really cool. I'm kind of excited about that. It might be a fishy kind of year. I don't want to overdo it. If I overdo it, it's going to blend everything, and I'll be a little sad because I'll lose some of that cool stuff that's happening there. So if you want to do that, that's fine. You also have the option of using your paintbrushes. So if you have paintbrushes, you could take your time and you could do real beautiful swirls. You could paint something real specific, but we are going to collage on here. And the reason that I'm pushing you guys to collage, I had a good question about that. This is an artwork, and yeah, this is your sketchbook. Collage is kind of the redheaded stepchild of the art world. We don't do it enough in high school. And really, truly, if you look at contemporary art, and hopefully you have watched, or hopefully you've looked through the link that I've provided in your modules about collage so that you can see like what people have created before you. Collage is really contemporary art. I had another student, she asked, well, but I want to put like my own drawings and paintings on here. That's the most amazing thing about collage. You can put anything on here. So do little doodles, like go through your old notebooks from last year and cut those crazy little cool doodles you've done in your other classes out. And those can become part of what you put on here. Another thing that I really, really want you to be thoughtful of, you are making one big piece of artwork. You are not displaying a bunch of little images. So if you, instead of having like a picture of an ear and a little picture of an Under Armour thing and a little picture of a person holding a sword and a little picture of flames because you like fire, Think about how those would go together. Maybe the giant ear starts to look like a crazy weird mountainside, and so you lay it out here in a weird way. Maybe you have your person standing on the edge of the ear, and maybe you have a crazy worm coming out of the ear to fight the person. This is, it can become something just wild and crazy and a lot of fun. It can be a fun way to make meaning. I really like actually what's happening on this side too. So I'm going to leave this side kind of horizontal. I'm seeing kind of where I'm drawing out. Now those words could be covered up later, but I'm just going to kind of, anything that's like, yeah, I need to cover that a little bit better. So the other thing to think about is that I have now applied a layer of acrylic to this. It actually protects the surface of my book a little bit better. It'll start to waterproof just the surface. So I do apologize for my phone over there making noise. It is after hours, and I should have turned it off. I had it off all day, and now I'm waiting for people to get a hold of me, and clearly they're trying to get a hold of me. So this is going to be my cover. I am letting it dry. This is actually Thursday night before you guys are going to get started on this. And tomorrow I will come in and start to collage and show you just some things that I'm doing. Collage materials for this. I have some fabric that I might pull out, and I have some crazy food catalogs and food magazines. And my brother's a pilot, and he's given me all these paper flight maps. Yeah, flight maps, that's what they're called. So I might incorporate some of those. I might see what I have newspaper-wise and see if there are words and stuff. So I'm going to start looking and seeing what I have and cutting out some stuff to come in here and to kind of build something. So I just wanted, I need to give this a good solid day to dry, and that's why this is the first demonstration. I hope you guys have some fun with this and find some enjoyment in it, and I will talk to you all in a little while. Here, we'll lift that up. Ooh. And we'll lift that side up. Ooh. And we are going to